Howdy hey, this is Frakbox, and I'm here with TruBluBlur, or should I say, Batman.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. Goodbye, Batman. Okay.
How dare.
So, we're just playing Batman Arkham Asylum.
Indeed.
Right, and we're, just a 6'2" man sneaking around.
Yes.
in a bat cape.
Indeed.
Okay, so it's very important that so Batman has the explicit permissions of the city to damage public property.
Not exactly, but you know.
Is Arkham Asylum considered? Is it a private company or is it actually owned by the state?
I think it's. I don't actually have the answer to that question. Because my guess would be that it's probably private.
I think it's private. Oh look.
Batman. I'm patching you into the guard radio feed.
Cool.
Steve, more Blackgate prisoners. By the boiler.
Blackgate.
Blackgate is a regular prison. That's where most of Joker's henchmen were being held, but there was a fire there, and they all got moved here conveniently.
Oh, well how about that?
Yeah, right.
Alright, here's another loading screen, hidden by the,
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, is that guard that we're like, you're lucky to be alive?
No, this is a little after that.
No.
I don't think it's the same guy, I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the door that was closed when he was working on opening it. So I think that's the same guard.
Oh, you know, that might be true.
You know, there hasn't been enough Christian Bale jokes for this Let's Play yet. And we're only on episode 2. There needs to be more Christian Bale jokes. Because really, like, Christian Bale is kind of, like, when I think of Batman, right? Other than, like, the animated Batman, who is voiced by the same character.
Yep,
by the same
voice actor as this one, yes.
Right. Other than that, when I think Batman, I think Christian Bale, which I know that some people would not be happy about. Because there's plenty of Batmans to choose from.
That's true.
You better save this guy.
I will.
Stay here.
I like how Batman, like, turns around. The funniness of a video game.
Yep.
Just you just stand by him for a while. Just walk over slowly.
Right. It's because he's, you know, so calm about it. Turn.
What were you walking on?
I'm not 100% sure.
Was it like a dangling light or something? Can you look down?
I can't. It was, in fact, a light.
That's hilarious.
That is not how that should have happened.
Oh, look, another guy. We should save him.
Indeed.
I'm sure that he's thankful for. Oh. I guess not.
I mean, he probably is because he's not dead. It's still, you know, not happy.
Yeah. Yeah. So that got rid of all the
Joker toxin, yes.
the Joker toxin.
That is what he calls it.
It's kind of it's so on point. Like, Joker is one of those, like, ridiculous villains that you don't think would work, but it just works.
Yep.
There was actually a documentary that I watched. Not really a documentary, more of like a YouTube video.
Okay.
Where it talked about this guy who, kind of the guy who started the whole, like, clowns being a serial killer thing.
Oh, yeah.
He was actually, like, a mass murderer who, like, dressed up as a clown and also, like, sexually assaulted people.
Gotcha.
And was kind of just a really creepy dude.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, so he's the one who kind of made the clown, like, as a villain motif be a thing.
Right.
So he's for that to exist. I think because he existed before. No, did he exist before the Joker was a thing?
Joker was in the 60s, if I remember right. I think it was the 60s.
I think this guy might have been. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I mean, the guy that I was watching seemed to think that this guy who dressed up as a clown was before the Joker, because he cited. Maybe he was just pointing to creepy clowns. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Maybe I wasn't. I was playing too much Hearts of Iron 4 while I was watching. The YouTube video, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, where that whole like clown, like being super creepy motif came from. Because I mean, how long have clowns been around?
I don't know the answer to that.
I would imagine since at least like the 30s or 40s, right?
I suppose.
Yeah. Maybe they started off as like mimes, and then like they morphed into just being clowns.
Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. If anybody happens to know the history of clowns, I guess post in the comments.
Yay! I never liked clowns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've really been around that many clowns.
Come at me, bro. This direction.
just
Over here.
just the nonchalantness of. Oh, he's dead.
Yes. I'm pretty sure
Look
he
at
already was.
look at his body. Like he's not in a good position.
Indeed not. Get away!
Get away now. So, do you have to actually beat this guy?
Not necessarily. I'm pretty sure he runs out of juice eventually.
Okay. He's got like one really beefy arm and one really like not beefy arm.
Yes, he does. Oh, whoops.
Oh, that's his spine.
Yes, it is.
Oof. That's not good.
No, it's not.
Oof. That must be very painful.
Oh, looks like he's done.
It's interesting that like one side of his body, like the upper body is really big, but like the other side is really big on the other side.
Yes.
That's not usually how that kind of stuff works, right? Although it is Joker toxin, right?
No, it's something new.
Oh, right, the Joker toxin just kills people.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Forces a smile on their face and then they're dead. No, he's experimenting with a new kind of stuff.
He's something of a scientist, you know.
Well, oh my gosh. He's
you know
not the
the
one
meme.
doing it. I know the meme you're talking about, yeah. Norman Osborn from Spider-Man.
Who's
From the first movie.
Because what's the actor?
Willem Dafoe.
The reason I thought of that was because Willem Dafoe needs to play the Joker at some point in his career.
That could be interesting. I don't think he has any plans to.
It would just be perfect. Because he's getting up there in years, eh?
He is, yeah.
It needs to happen. Although there's that new Joaquin
Phoenix,
who's going to be playing the Joker.
I have seen one trailer for it that they released not too long ago.
Oh, it's that same guard.
I think it is, yeah. He's super shiny.
What's on the other side?
We call it extreme isolation. Only
Super
way is
shiny.
via the transport system.
Open it.
Not a problem.
That didn't match at all.
Just-
Lip flaps.
Just open it without any like facial emotion whatsoever. It's like oh, that reminded me of I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Not for long.
Sorry,
Try not to die.
choking on my coffee. You know, I'm not sure that Commissioner Gordon should have been beat up by what's-his-face. Because Commissioner Gordon is way too swole for that to happen.
Right. Oh, man.
When did this game come out?
Oh,
I mean, we have the box over there, but that would require, like...
a lot of problems. We also both have pocket computers.
Oh, we do. I have... Well, now it is a hand computer. You know what they call cell phones in Germany?
No.
Like a cell phone? It's like Das Handy.
Oh, I think I have heard that, actually.
Excuse me. Batman Arkham Asylum.
Batman, what's happening?
Just looking it up here. Wow, 10 out of 10 on Steam.
He's got your father.
Wow.
It is popular.
Don't worry,
2009.
I'm getting him back.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
I know, but
All right,
So
I'm
this
getting
was
him back.
pretty late
Joker will
in the
not
Xbox
win. I won't
360's
let him.
Yeah.
I mean, the Xbox One came out 2013, right?
I don't
I'm pretty
know.
sure it was 2013. So
You generally know these things better than me.
I guess, yeah. I did actually buy the Xbox One day one. Oh, have I ever told that story on the channel?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me see how much time we have. I think I have enough time. So, when the Xbox One was about to come out, maybe like six months before, because the Xbox One was announced, and then it was coming out in like November or something, or October or August, I forget.
Okay.
So when, so it must have been like November or September or something, because I remember that in August my apartment had a fire.
Oh,
of
I see.
2013. So what happened was I was working in tech support. Oddly enough, video game tech support. Strangely enough.
Yeah.
Can't really talk too much about that, but
For sure.
so the week, so my job had to move locations, right? And so we moved from like Beaverton to Wilsonville. So luckily I was... Oh, I thought you just threw a thing at a guard. I was like, why did you just attack that guard? Anyway, so my job changed locations because the lease didn't get renewed, and it was a whole call center. So they let us know a few months before it happened, but it was still inconvenient. But I was able to get to work just fine. It worked out.
That's good.
So the week, like the second day that I commuted to this new place, my apartment had a fire. Started by one of my neighbors.
Gotcha.
And so I had to move out all my stuff. And that's a whole other story that I could probably tell, because they like locked me in my apartment when I showed up, because I was like the last person to show up to my apartment that had like damage. Luckily I didn't lose any possessions, but I did had to get rid of some possessions because I just didn't have enough room to be able to take them all.
Oh, yeah.
Which was fine. That was probably the best thing to happen to me, actually. That's a long story too.
Okay.
So just to briefly touch on how I got locked in. So because I didn't get there until like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. because I had gotten off work and I couldn't have my phone on me while I was working.
Okay.
So when I got back to my apartment, I was getting some of my stuff together, and I walk outside, and they're closing like a chain link fence on me and like locking it. So I'm stuck in a chain link fence in, basically in my apartment. And I was lucky that I caught someone as they were closing it so they could get their supervisor and get me out of there. Otherwise, I would have been like stuck in there. I would have had to climb over the chain link fence that had barbed wire. So anyway, that's a secondary story. So after the fire happened, I sent an email to my boss that had like the news article of like, this is where I live, here's my address in the news article. It was on fire. He's like, okay, you can have the next couple of days off. So after I got all my stuff out, I went down to downtown Portland to the Microsoft store, and I got like a gift card to put the money on to buy my Xbox One.
Okay.
Because I didn't have to pay rent that month.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
So basically slapped down $500 for the Xbox One. And then I was like, well, I'm in Portland. What am I going to do? I don't really have a place I can go because I don't really have a place to sleep right now. Well, why don't I go hang out with the homeless people?
Oh man!
So,
all right.
So I found some homeless girl who was like doing something on the corner, but like I think she was like singing or something.
Okay. Busking.
And I was like, "Hey, do you want to get some like sushi?" She's like, "Yeah, absolutely." Because she's a homeless girl. So went and took her, got some sushi, and she was like, she was very polite actually, and I was like, "Oh, you can have more if you want," like that kind of thing, because she was like not asking for more, like more food. And I was like, yeah, as much as you want, totally, because, you probably don't get, this chance very often. So after we got some food, she took me back to her, like, homeless people clan.
Yeah.
And they inducted me into their tribe.
I see.
I guess. And I talked to them for a while. Some of them were pretty cool, actually. Some of them were pretty weird.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, one of them really hated pigeons. And he was like shooting pigeons with like an airsoft gun.
I see.
like an airsoft pistol. It was really weird. He was really, really weird. I was gonna help one of them get a job at the place that I worked, but I went back to that place the next day and he wasn't there. But yeah, I never saw him again.
Nope, I cannot.
But I was officially inducted into a homeless person tribe.
Very interesting.
So spent the day with them basically. So helped him out a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Talked to him, you know. But yeah, that's I could probably elaborate more on that story, but it's kind of like one of those, you know, oh, I guess I'm homeless. I'll go hang out with the homeless people. So, but it's a little like, what's the phrase that I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Like final stage capitalism. Like, I'm homeless,
yeah.
so I'm gonna go pre-order the Xbox One and then go hang out with homeless people. It's a little weird that way, I guess.
Yeah, definitely odd.
The irony was not lost at me at the time. But, you know, still, I just, you know, didn't really have anywhere to go. So, I think I went to the library for a little bit. You know, used the internet there. Because I, like, had a job and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I just needed a place to, you know, I needed a new place. So... but yeah, that fire was actually one of the best things to happen to me because I had renter's insurance.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lot of the stuff that was damaged, I got replaced.
Okay.
And then also the bed that I had was the same bed that I slept on with my ex-wife when I was married. And so getting rid of that bed really, really helped my
Gotcha.
my psychological state, to be honest, to not have to deal with that.
Understandable.
That bed anymore. So
Understandable.
yeah, so that was a large turning point in my life, I would say.
Yeah.
But you know what else is a large turning point in our lives?
Not falling down a chasm?
Well, yes, that, but also the end of the episode. So we should probably call this here.
Okay.
So this is I finally remembered how to end it.
Right? Good job.
So this is Frakbox.
This is TruBluBlur.
Have a great day. Oh,
Stop the Joker.
Wait, Batman, there you go. You're there.
We've got to stop the Joker.